Hey, yo, some kid here. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Borderlands 2 Fix mod as well as the Borderlands 2 Unofficial community patch. I decided to rope them both together because they both kind of require the same exact stuff, and I really love those two mods together. If you really only want to download one, then yeah, I'll just tell you the steps on how to install it, and then you just only do what's necessary. Alright, but first things first, before you even start thinking about modding, back up your saves. Alright, always back up your saves. I've installed these mods at least 4 to 5 times. Works perfectly every single time. No issues whatsoever, but computers are stupid, alright? And just because it works for me first try doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So just in the event that anything goes wrong, just back up your saves. So to find your actual save files, you're going to go over here. You're going to click on Documents, go to My Games. Then you're going to go to Borderlands 2. Click on Willow Game, Save Data, click on the folder with a bunch of numbers in it. And then bam, there you go. Those are all your saves. Now you're going to right click on your desktop, go to New, Folder, and then we're just going to name it Backup Saves. Once you did that, just hold left click, drag all of this, right click, copy, go over to this folder, and then just paste all the saves. There you go. Now you have a backup in case anything goes wrong. Alright, there you go. Now you backed up your saves. Now let's move on to actually installing Borderlands 2 Fix mod. It's pretty simple. All you really need is two things. You need the Borderlands 2 Python SDK, and you need the actual mod itself. Now normally I would just tell you to go over to Nexus mods and download the mod from there, but unfortunately it's kind of outdated. You know, even if you download the Python thing, it just bugs out for some reason. So in order to get the actual Borderlands 2 mod that you need, you're gonna have to go to a Discord server, and yeah, it's kind of lame, but that's the only place I've found that actually has the mod separate by itself. So first of all, downloading the SDK, you're going to click on over here, and then we're going to go over to here because, you know, the SDK moved. Then you're going to go over here to releases. We're going to find the most recent release. For me, it's Luck Cannon. And then we're going to go over here to the zip file. This is the actual thing that we got to download. Once you did that, you can use WinRAR or 7-zip to extract it. Nice. Now we have the actual folder with all the stuff. You're going to have binaries and SDK mods. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Steam. Oh yeah, and by the way, I think you can do this on the Epic Games Launcher. The directories, they might be different. And you can probably do this on Mac. I have no idea how, but I've heard some people do it on Mac. But just in case, yeah, Windows and Steam, make sure you have that. So right click on Borderlands 2, go to Browse Local Files, and then just simply drag both of these things into this folder, and if it tells you to replace anything, then yeah, replace it. Once you did that, we're gonna simply log on to the game to see if it actually updated. Now that we're in the game, there you go. Now you have a mods tab, so that's how you check if you have it loaded in. So nice. We're gonna go on back. Now for the actual mod itself, like I said, this version, sadly, it's outdated. So we're gonna have to go to the Discord server. So when you're on the actual server itself, just go to general and then scroll up until you see a comment, which is sort of a mini guide on how to actually install the thing. So there you go. It's over here. The actual zip file itself, we're just gonna download it here. Alright, once you installed the mod, you're gonna extract it to itself. Then you're gonna open the folder. And then we're just going to do the same thing that we did with the SDK, where we're just going to go dump it into a folder. We're going to go to the SDK mods folder, take this, and then just bam, dump it in there. And then load the game to see if you actually properly installed it. Alright, now that we're in the actual game, let's check to see if we installed it correctly. And there you go. Nice. We installed it. Press space to enable. It might freeze for a bit, but yeah. And there you go, installed it. Let's hop onto the actual game and let's just see if we can change any settings. So go over to the mods and bam, yeah. There you go, you installed the Borderlands 2 Fix mod. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to the unofficial community patch. So the only real thing you need here is a Nexus mod account. And yeah, I know it's kind of lame having to make an account, but this is definitely useful if you play other games. Like I play New Vegas, for example, so yeah, I already have a Nexus mod account, so you are going to have to make one in order to download these 3 mods. So first off, we're going to need the Borderlands Hex multi-tool. Just go over here, click on manual download. Once it's downloaded, click over to the folder, then extract it to itself like that. Then just click inside the folder and you're going to click on the Borderlands Hex multi-tool. Oh, so apparently it already found the path for me, which is very convenient, but it's not very convenient for you. Let me show you the exact thing you need to click on. So you have to go to Program Files 86, then go to Steam, then click on Steam Apps, Common, Borderlands 2, Binaries, Win32, and then you're going to select this exe. Make sure that you select this one. And then yeah, once you do that, you can just close out and then we'll install the other mod. So over here, we're going to the Borderlands Community Mod Manager. Just scroll down here and download the exe. If it asks you to download Java, then just download it. It's not too complicated. And once that's installed, you're going to click on the exe, then click on launch, or wait a bit. There you go. Now it's launched. And then bam. Okay, you're gonna see over here the console key. Make sure you know which one this is. We're gonna need it in order to actually run the patch. You got hexadec, executable, start, yada yada yada. Alright, so it's good to go, but just make sure you remember what console key you selected. Nice. And now we have this little mod manager. This is what we're gonna need to actually like use the mod. Oh, it's gonna make you do this thing where you just type. There you go. Alright, lastly, we're going to download the actual unofficial community patch. So, just go over here, manual download. We just downloaded this stuff, so don't worry about that. Nice. Click on folder, then just extract it to itself like usual. Then just open that, open this, and once we see these 3 text documents, what we're actually going to do is we're going to open up the Borderlands thing. Yeah, we're going to open up Borderlands 2 over at the browse local files, and then we're going to go to binaries, and we're just going to copy all those little text files. Just drag it over here, and there you go. Nice. After you did that, then we go on to the launcher. You're going to go to files, then open, and then you're going to click on the patch text, and bam, there you go. Now you got your little unofficial community patch running. So if you just want to install the unofficial community patch, just skip to over here. However, if you wanted to install this along Borderlands 2 fix mod, there is a couple of things you have to do first. So in order to get both of the mods running at the same time, that we are gonna have to like check off a couple of things. It's really simple. You're just clicking check marks. So yeah, just follow on my screen. Or if you want, I'm going to link this image in the description, so you can just follow that. Alright, there you go. Once you've changed all that you need to change, you simply go to save, and bam. Now we just have to launch Borderlands 2, and conveniently, you can do it over here. Alright, so once you load it into the game, you're going to click on the console key that you made. You're going to type in execute patch.txt. The game's gonna freeze for a bit, and like you just saw right now, my weapon skin just changed, so I know for sure the mod is loaded. Just in case though, I'm gonna hop inside the game and show you some of the changes. Alright, so I already loaded into the game, and I know for sure the mod's loaded because, look at this, Ranger. Before, without the patch, it was only +1, now it's +2, so I know for sure that they're both running. Also, one more thing to note, if you want to run this with the Borderlands 2 fix mod, you're going to have to go into the game, go to mods, go to Borderlands 2 fix, scroll all the way down into advanced options. There you go, U.C.P compatibility. You're going to want to make sure this is on. And yeah, that's it. That's how you install both mods and get them to run at the same time. Hope this guide wasn't too hard to follow. If you have any questions, be sure to list them down below. Hopefully I can answer them. And yeah, just hope you have fun with these mods. They're really great. I wanted to make a video just talking about them, and I wanted to have a little guide on how to install them. So just in case I ever make that video in the future, then I'll just reuse this footage. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you have an easy time installing these mods.